History about snare drums. So they started in medieval times with the tabor, T-A-B-O-R. It was a drum that had two heads, and they used it for communication and military and ceremonial, and then it evolved into the snare drum. And in 15th century, they would use it for signaling. So it's interesting. This is Revolutionary War. This is the Spirit of 76. This is painted by, this is a print, but this is painted by Archibald Willard in 1876, Spirit of 76. And you see here, you got this guy, this old guy here.
Mean mug.
Yeah, he's mean mugging, man. And you got the guy with the piccolo, and they're playing the snare. So the snare drum was used, I got off target, sorry. The snare drum was used to signal. So if you've got a line of 1,000 men, and you've got a commander on this end, and he needs to tell the commander on the other end, this is what we're going to do. The drums were used to signal. They would play a pattern, and that would tell them at the speed of sound, hey, this is what we're going to do next. That's what the snare drums do. Instead of putting the guy on a horse and riding up there and taking a chance of getting shot or something, or getting there and going, what was I supposed to say? They would just play a pattern, and the other guys would go, okay, this is what we're going to do. That's what the drums were used for. So we're important, guys. We keep going. The freedom of America rests on our shoulders. So those patterns became rudiments. Everybody knows rudiments. There's 26, they can span to 41. But that's where the birthplace of rudiments came from, was these patterns that they would play. Drummers were targets, right? If you want to choose or cause chaos, take out the drummer, send in the signal to the other end of the command, We're targets. That's probably why this kid is on this drum. The guy that was carrying that drum was probably shot. And they said, hey kid, put this on and do what the old man did. So, but look at him. He's watching him. He's in lockstep. He's holding the same way. He's trying to do the exact same thing he can on short notice, So side note, men, there's always somebody watching. Be careful. Be a good representation, okay? But yeah, let's see what else. Traditional grip, okay? The birthplace of the traditional grip. You see how they're holding the drum. They didn't have Ludwig Musser carriers, like they have nowadays. It was just a leather strap. The drum was flopping around. Well, you couldn't hold your sticks like this and play. So they realized, well, we'll just do this. So that's where that came from. And then here it is, year 2025, and guys are still playing like that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it, but I mean, that's how it got started. That's why. That's why they're holding like that. It's because that drum is at that angle. Yeah. Yeah. So last night, Mike and I were talking about this earlier. Last night on PBS, they had a special, and they were talking about Revolutionary War, and I just happened to flip over to it, and right when I did, I mean, it was divine. Right when I did, they were talking about how when Cornwallis surrendered to us, to America, they used a drummer to signal, hey, we're surrendering, we're giving up. The drummer is what did it.
I saw that.
You saw that. The drummer is what signaled first. Then they waved the white flag, but it was the drummer that was first. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty awesome. And even unto death, this man is surrendering as they go by. That's just awesome. All right, shells.